Breaking news. Putin's assassination? Top Russian rocket scientist dies in mysterious circumstances just weeks after moon mission fails. Professor Vitaly Melnikov, a prominent Russian rocket scientist, has passed away at the age of 77, shocking the scientific community in Moscow. It is unclear what caused his death, but Canruz.com reports that he passed away from mushroom poisoning in the weeks following the failure of Russia's moon landing mission. A preliminary investigation concluded that poisonous mushrooms were the cause of his illness. Professor Melnikov fought severe poisoning for more than 2 weeks, but despite doctors' best efforts, he ultimately succumbed to his injuries, as reported by Moskovsky Komsomolets, via The Sun. At RSC Energia, one of the premier spacecraft manufacturers in Moscow, Professor Melnikov oversaw the Rocket and Space Systems Department. He had also established himself professionally, rising to the position of chief researcher at Tizhny Mash within the Russian space agency Roscosmos. He was well respected in the field of space science around the world, and throughout his career he had worked with scientists from other countries, including NASA. Russian President Vladimir Putin's botched moon landing mission is what ultimately led to his death. The Luna 25 probe, Moscow's first to the moon in 50 years, crashed into the lunar surface, ending the mission. Melnikov was devastated by the failed landing because he saw it as his masterpiece. As he put it, this was his last hope to see the revival of our lunar program. Over the past 2 years, in tandem with Putin's war in Ukraine, Russia has experienced a string of mysterious and suspicious deaths. Those in the West, including journalists and analysts, believe that Putin rules Russia like a mafia boss who resorts to murder to silence his critics and keep his grip on power. At least 40 people have been killed who had some connection to the allegedly ruthless Russian autocrat, and the recent death of Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin is the latest in a long line of high-profile deaths. According to the Mirror, another suspicious death involved a former top general who was close to President Putin named Gennady Loprev. General Loprev was arrested and thrown in jail for bribery and illegal ammunition possession, both of which he always denied. The general, then 69 years old, had been in prison since 2017, when his release was scheduled. His unexpected death was attributed to undiagnosed leukemia, according to reports. Elvira Vikhareva, a prominent Russian opposition politician, had been poisoned previously. She was well known for her outspoken criticism of the Kremlin, and she continued in that vein by condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The 32-year-old victim, Vikhareva, revealed to Russia's Sota news channel that she had been ill since November of last year and that tests showed she had been poisoned. The decline in her health was rapid, and she passed away in February of 2023.